What's going on, guys? It's Black Violin here, and I'm coming at you with yet another video. Today what I am going to be doing is another hero review, and it is going to be a review on the very first 4-star monster I received in the game. When I first received him, I was like, oh, this guy looks really cool. So I decided to build him, not really knowing that he was going to actually end up being one of my favorite monsters in the game as well, that I have so far built. And that monster actually is a 4-star monster, and he is the Gravekeeper Sebek, the Keeper of Souls. As you can see, he's like a little alligator, Egyptian god kinda guy. But why I really like this guy is because he's a DPS monster, but he's also pretty tanky. So to go over his skills, he has a leader skill for fire and light, physical attack increased by 12 and max HP increase up by 12. His first basic attack slashes at an enemy twice with his blade, dealing 75% of physical damage to a single target. Maxed out, this skill will do 115% damage. His second skill is Circle of Slaughter. He swings his blade in a circle, dealing 70% of physical damage to all nearby enemies. Maxed out, it's a 3-turn cooldown and does 105% damage. And then his third skill, which is probably one of my favorite skills in the game, is Blade of Destruction. It strikes multiple blows with his blade, dealing 130% of physical damage to a single target, with a 50% chance to inflict stun for 1 turn. Now, maxed out, this skill does 185% damage with a 70% chance to stun. And he also has a very great passive. His passive is Wrath of the Dead. When his HP drops to 50% or below, attack is increased by 70%, and maxed out, it will increase by 100%. So to show you the build I have on him, I have him on a crit build, but unfortunately I have not been able to get any crit damage on him yet. So as you can see, he's on a crit strike, defense, penetration, physical attack, and crit strike percent build with a very low physical attack enchant. I'm currently working on getting a better roll for him. Here we have flat attack, effect accuracy, which is good for his third skill for the stun, and effect resistance. Since he's going to be in the middle of fights, I don't want him taking defense breaks or stuns or poison or anything of that sort. And max HP increase rate, HP, defense, effect resistance, again because I don't want him being stunned or poisoned or anything like that. Physical attack and effect accuracy, again for his third skill. I also put this on him because I want him to be slightly tankier because of his passive. I don't want him going below 50% HP without still having enough HP for it to be really effective, because he is a little slow. So having a tank build, a tank item on him is actually very helpful for him. Here we have HP, physical attack percent, jump, and physical attack and effect resistance. I actually put this one on him because of the physical attack percent, as well as effect resistance and the jump. Now, the reason I have jump on him is because I use him on my two-man team for doing the Evan Yang, Revan Yang, whatever they are, the little kitty things for XP in the third level. And because in the third level, where your team starts, there is a very high uh scaled trying to think of the word. There's a very high scaled like layer right there in front of you. Uh he doesn't technically jump to it, but because he has that extra 20% or 20 jump, he's actually able to scale up to it without having to go up the stairs like by square. So it's kind of funny watching him do it because his his movement range is only 4, but he will actually move like I think it's 8 or 9 squares. Like he'll actually walk up the stairs and go to the square he would have technically jumped to if he was actually had a jump animation. So he's very, very useful there. Before I go into showing him in a scenario level, I want to go and show you some of the other builds that people have put on him. So looking at this fire guy here, this guy has crit strike chance and crit damage, physical attack, effect accuracy, action charge speed, physical attack, and effect resistance. He has physical attack, effect resistance, effect accuracy, max HP percent, and action charge speed. Physical attack, jump as well. Physical attack, effect resistance, and action charge speed. So he actually went for a kind of fast nuke build, it looks like, because he does have crit rate and crit damage on his weapon and a lot of physical attack and accuracy. So he's mostly got him based on his third skill, I do believe. The water guy here has crit strike chance, physical attack percent, defense penetration, and a wrong enchant roll on the weapon. Even though it's 18%, it could definitely be on somebody else. Crit damage, physical attack, HP, physical attack, effect resistance, physical attack, HP, physical attack, effect accuracy, and physical attack again. So as you can see, most of the builds rely on effect accuracy for his third skill because that is his strongest skill. So him stunning is really a good thing. This one is physical attack HP, physical attack max HP, and then physical attack again. Physical attack percent, crit damage, physical attack, effect resistance, action charge speed, physical attack, effect resistance, max HP, and physical attack. And then physical attack percent again, effect accuracy, HP, and action charge speed. And then this one is me. So we will not be going over this one because I already showed you. But it is really cool to actually have a top hero, especially for my favorite hero. It really surprised me when I actually saw this that I was the top hero for the light Sebek. So that is actually really exciting for me. This guy, however, he has crit strike, max HP, physical attack, and physical attack enchant. attack percent, action charge speed, physical attack, HP, physical attack, effect accuracy, HP defense, effect accuracy, and effect resistance. So as you can see, most of these builds went for mostly attack percent, of course, because he is a DPS monster. But they also made sure that he did have a very high HP percent as well as accuracy. The HP percent is so when his passive procs, he's just not a squish ball and gets like one shot before he can even take advantage of his passive. So it's good to have HP and defense on him, as well as accuracy. So if I were to rate what you need mostly on your Sebek, if you were to build a Sebek, it would be attack at the top because he is DPS, then HP, and then accuracy. I actually put HP before accuracy, only because his third skill is a 5-turn cooldown, so he's going to pretty much use it once or twice a level. You can use him in arena, so he might get it out a third turn. But if you were to use him in arena, he would need a much tankier build, which would make him less effective. So I am going to run him in this level that I've been currently running, which is this one right here, with my team. I do take a healer with him because I run him actually as my main tank. He got me through all of normal, all of heroic, and then when I 6-starred him, he was my very first 6-star. He also got me through all of mythic. As my tank, I do not have a 6-star tank monster that's actually built. I actually don't have any 6-star tank monsters. So he is effective as a tank by far. So as you can see, one of the things I like mostly about this team is he combines well with Fairy, my light fairy, because she's going to increase his HP and his defense. So he's even tankier, and when he does proc his passive, he's not very squishy. And I run him also with the Horus, because the Horus is going to increase his crit strike as well. So he's got a very high crit chance. I think his crit chance is at 45. I'm not really sure. But he goes through this level with no problem as long as he's got backup from the fairy. If I were to take the fairy out, then he would survive almost to the end of this level, but not actually through it because he is targeted by the bears the most. But as you can see, he's barely even taken any damage because of that defense buff. So he's very well capable of playing the tank role. I was actually hoping his passive proc right there. I thought it was since he lost the HP buff and his HP went below 50%, but Fairy decided to heal him right after, so he did not proc his passive. So that is how he is capable of taking on in this scenario he actually just took on 2 bears instead of the 3. If I run it with a rep, I don't know why the third bear, which I believe is the fire one, usually targets him as well. Going to run this level with another team. This is my pretty much a support team for Sebek because I have the heal and then I have a invincibility shield from the Dark Faria. So this will showcase him a little bit more. I'm actually going to manual this stage because Faria just kind of does whatever she wants. She'll shield whoever, of course, has the lower HP, and that's not actually what I want for him to do, or her to do, I'm sorry. So, this level is, if you have went from going to heroic 410 to mythic 1-1, which I am doing now, then you are quite aware how annoying this level can be because of the poison, the crit damage, the crit strikes, and all that crazy stuff that these stupid spiders like to bring. So I actually just upgraded my Faria's gear. So I hope that she can actually tank through this. And of course the dodge. I forgot the dodge. Wonderful, wonderful. Stupid. I hate these spiders so much. And now they're going after my fairy, of course. So losing his second skill to that AoE dodge, which is so annoying. I wish they would roll dodges and crit rates individually for each monster. Really messed me up in this run because most of these spiders should have been at half HP. And of course, most of them are at full HP because they dodged. But as you can see, the crit damage is insane here. They have already critted on me at least 3 or 4 times, and I have yet to crit 1 time. Okay, I critted, yay! Okay, so now he's procced his passive, and if he does not die because of crits, I'll actually be able to take advantage of it. So I was actually able to save him there with the shield. Because if he had taken 1 more crit, it would have been over with. But you can definitely see that he's able to do some serious damage. I really wish I had crit damage on him. It would make him so much better. I actually don't need to move her. It would be so much better if he had crit damage, so when he procs his passive, he can do some serious damage. But without crit damage, he barely does a couple hundred more than what he would normally do. And as you can see, with his passive in effect, he did over 2,000 damage on his weakest skill, which was his AoE skill. So that's just an example of like how crazy he can be when it comes to being a DPS unit. And he's not, I don't have any skill ups in him either. So he went from doing like 600 damage with his second skill AoE to over 2,000 on a normal hit. So this is my hero review for my favorite hero and also the top hero of Light Sebek. So I hope that that if you watch this video and you pull a Sebek, or preferably a light or dark because they're element neutral, that you're like, oh yes, I definitely want to build this guy, because as I said, he's my favorite hero that I've built so far. I've literally used him everywhere. Like I said, I used him through all of normal, all of mythic, all of heroic, and everything else. I've tried him out a couple times in arena. He's not too bad in arena, but he's not the best arena monster either, because most people run heavy nukers in arena, and my Sebek's just a little too slow to keep up with being nuked on. I could probably actually run him now since I have the fairy built and I pulled a dark fairy. He could actually probably be very effective now, but I just haven't gotten around to trying him since the last time I used him in Arena. But this is my hero review on him. Like I said, I hope that if you do pull him, that you do decide to build him, because I like him a lot. He's my favorite hero. As you saw, I actually have top hero for the light Sebek, which is really awesome. It really shocked me when I saw that, to be honest. And another thing that I didn't know I was able to do this or see this. Oops, I went to the wrong one. Another thing I'm going to start showing when I do these hero reviews is the ratings that other people have given them. As you can see, there's a very bad rating on some of these. This one's got 47 ratings with only a 2.38. It's almost a 5-star with 4.73. And then 3.58. And then 4.20. So they're actually ranked rather high from the people who have built them, of course. Except for this fire one. I'm not really sure why fire has such a low ranking, but he does have 47 ratings compared to the others, which are barely around 10. Anywhere from 5 to 12 apparently. So he's definitely worth building. People have been ranking them high. So that's another thing I wanted to show y'all real quick. If you would just leave a comment, tell me what you think about Sebek, and if you have built a Sebek, what you have built him as, and how you think he should be built. Because I'm looking to improve my Sebek, of course, because like I said, I really like him. So leave a comment, like my video so others can see it and get reviews on him, and please subscribe to my channel because I'm putting out videos daily. This is actually my 3rd or 4th video for today, actually. I'm trying to build up my videos so I can actually get more of them out there. So like I said, please like, subscribe, and comment. And if you do comment, I will reply to your comment as soon as I can. And thank you for watching my video, and I shall see you in the next one.